Welcome everyone to the fourth webinar of SAR's 10-week free webinar series. I wish and hope that you all are safe and healthy. My name is Hamsi and I will be your moderator today. It is often stated that if you can't connect with others and get your ideas across, you are squandering your potential. To fully comprehend this, you must first understand the art of presenting and public speaking. To make this more clear, we have Prabjot Kaur, Executive Director and Marketing Head at SAR, who will be presenting this topic today. Before we begin, I would like to share some important information with you. First of all, please check your audio settings in advance. Also, make sure that you have a good network connectivity for a better experience. We have enabled the chat box so that you can put up your thoughts and questions over there. We will have a question answer session after the presentation, and we would also want to let you know that this session is being recorded. So now, without wasting much time, I would like Prabjot ma'am to please begin with the webinar.
Thank you, Hamsi. Good evening, everyone. I'm super glad to have all of you in this webinar. And once again, I will give you a warm welcome in this session. As it is wisely said, speakers are not born, they are trained. And as you know, today's topic is presenting and public speaking. Let's have a quick look at the agenda. We are going to start it. Public speaking. If we say what it is and how we can improve it, we will follow this agenda. First of all, we are covering what is public speaking. Then types of public speaking. Why is public speaking important? What are the various barriers in public speaking? How to improve public speaking? Conclusion, and at the last, we will be having question answers. So let's start it. If we say, what is public speaking? What do you think? What is public speaking? Any idea? You can share your thoughts in chat box. Any idea? What is public speaking? Okay. In simple words, we can say it is a way of sharing information with an audience. But do you think it is really a way of sharing just information? We can't do anything else. Good. I'm happy to see your responses. Okay, when we are talking about public speaking, it doesn't mean sharing of information. It is presenting live yourself in front of people. You can cover various topics in public speaking, but public speaking is always has some goal or some purpose. Your goal could be to educate, to entertain, or to influence the listener. You can also include some visual aids like SlideShare to make your speaking more representable, more interesting, and it will also help you in your speaking. But often we consider online presentation and public speaking presentation same thing. There is a lot of difference between these both. In online presentation, things are available to you anytime. You can access them at your ease. But in public speaking, there is a specific time and specific place where you have to present your speech. We have lot of fear in public speaking. I am doing or you can say I got a chance to do a lot of presenting in few days, in these few days, and the thing that occurred is, or you can say ki what I learned is, it is tough for the speakers that are not born with natural eloquence like me, or it is just like nerve-wracking. You feel nervous, you feel stumbled, you feel scared. But overall, when you are practicing things, you are learning a lot. And at the same time, things are more clear to you. You are feeling more confident. Now, the question arises, then what are the different types of public speaking? I think everyone has done at any moment public speaking. Let's have a look at them. Okay, when we say that there are different type of public speaking, in this we have ceremonial speaking, demonstrative speaking, informative speaking, and persuasive speaking. Let's have a look at one by one. As I told you, there is a ceremonial speaking. A major group has done this ceremonial speaking during their lifetime. Now you can say how we do it in various ceremonies like in wedding, birthday celebration, office parties, even at funerals, etc. It includes a toast and is personal to an intimate emotional relationship with the individual who is hearing it. It means you are not giving any kind of elaborative speech. It is related. It has a personal touch. But when we are doing any demonstrative speaking, it is some sort of that you are explaining something, you are showing something, you are telling people how to do a certain task. In this case, your speech should be very clear and concise. Why? It should be clear and concise. It should be clear and concise because you are telling to do certain actions and your activities should be related to these things when you are speaking. For example, you are demonstrating any product, how to use it. In this case, when you are speaking, your actions and your words should match. Listeners should understand what you want to deliver. If you are not able to do this thing, your speaking will give you not any kind of fruit, or you will be feeling that you have not delivered whatever you want to deliver. The third type that we have is informative speaking. You can say in demonstrative speaking, we are also giving some information. No. In information speaking, what we do is we are just giving some information. It doesn't mean that the listener will be agree with that information. When you are having some college lecture, it is also a sort of information speaking. Even industrial conferences, public announcements, all these are some sort of information speaking. Main motto of the information speaking is to spread your information. It is not to influence anyone. It means to just spread information. Fourth and the last one is persuasive speaking. Important one. How it is important? Our politicians, our lawyers, everyone use persuasive speaking. How? The main motto behind persuasive speaking is to influence people, convince people to do something or to follow something. Like when politicians use this kind of speaking, their motto could be to have vote from the voters, or they want some kind of support in their projects. But you can say when lawyers use this kind of speaking, Their main motto could be to impress their juries for their promotion. So the idea behind persuasive speaking is to influence, leave a great impression, leave a very everlasting impression on your audience. For this purpose, you have to pick a command, or you have to lead your audience with the command they understand. It means you have to learn their language, you have to influence them with your expression, your gestures, only then they will follow you. So it is your choice which public speaking method you want to adopt. Are you a ceremonial speaker, informative speaker, demonstrative speaker, or persuasive speaker? Things will remain same. You have to follow basic structure of this thing. So till now we have covered what is the public speaking. It is required at each and every phase of our life, and we have basically 4 type of public speaking, that is ceremonial, informative, persuasive, and demonstrative. Now the thing arises, why is public speaking important? Any idea? Share your thoughts in the chat box. Why public speaking is important? Any guesses? Why public speaking is important? Okay. Good. To share some message with people. Great. Okay. Let me explain. When you ask people to give your views, absolutely correct. It builds our confidence. Very well done. For putting thoughts. Great. Glad to see your responses. Okay. Coming back to our topic, why public speaking is important. What happens when you ask people if they have done any kind of public speaking, they will say they have fear of public speaking. They have introvert nature, or they have some kind of other excuse to avoid public speaking. But the basic concentration is they have some kind of stage fear or public speaking fear. If you are facing this situation, it means you are missing something. Over the year, public speaking in communication has played a vital role in education, government, and business. Words have power to persuade, information, or entertain any people. Even the spoken words have more impression on the people rather than the written words when it is given in the hands of a right speaker. The thing is right speaker. So even if you are a businessman, established industrialist, or a student, whatever you are doing, public speaking will help you in each and every domain. So how it is going to help you? The first thing is it will increase your knowledge. You can say how. When you are speaking on any topic, you will do your homework well. You will read the content. You will gather your information from each and every sphere to make your topic more effective, to more engaging. This way, your information is increasing. And moreover, it will give you a chance to demonstrate your knowledge. How? Your knowledge has no value if you are not able to articulate it in a proper way, and you are not able to show it to the people and apply it. Public speaking gives you a chance to know your knowledge, spread your knowledge, and apply your knowledge. It is up to you how you use your knowledge. And the second one is demonstrate your confidence. When you are working on your knowledge, you develop a sense of confidence. You are feeling that you can do this thing. Now you have no fear of stage. You can face people. You can face audience. In this way, your confidence is at this level. When your confidence is at this level, you know you can face your interview. If you are struggling to for any promotion, or you are working in any career, there are the chances that you will be standing out just because of your confidence. Helps you to leading better. Now you have knowledge, you have confidence, you have other qualities, and automatically your career will be boosting. And when you are moving toward your career, there are the chances that you will be leading a team. You will be able to motivate them, to encourage them, and to lead them. Okay, we have done this part, and now we are here. Barriers in public speaking. The first one is lack of confidence. When you have a lack of confidence, that we did it just now, that when we do public speaking, our confidence is boosting. But if we don't have confidence, we are not able to do it. Planning plays a vital role. Suppose you have to speak on a topic and you have not organized your material, you have not done your homework, and you are on the stage, then okay, you won't be able to do public speaking. Wrong atmosphere. You have chosen a wrong place for your public speaking. Suppose number of people are more and sitting space is less. Again, you feel frustrated. You won't be able to deliver your speech. And more thing, like there is a not proper ventilation, no air, and not proper lighting system. Constraint like this also lead to deliver not proper public speaking. Wrong choice of word. When we are speaking before the people, before the audience, the choice of word should be wise and accurate. It should be concise. You can't use any word that and think people will follow it. For gestures again, your wrong style. Suppose you are you are not standing straight. You are moving like this, here and there. Then people will feel distracted. They will not be engaged with you. And again, you will be lacking your speech. So now you know what is the importance of public speaking. Now we will be focusing on the part why we should learn why we should public speaking and how we can improve our public speaking. It is wisely said that the first time you say something, it is heard. The second time it is recognized, and the third time it is learned. It is said by John Maxwell, and now we will learn how to improve public speaking. There are the few points like know your audience, organize your material, add a visual aid, practice, engage the audience, nervousness, voice control, body language, delivery, smile, audience reaction. Okay. We will be discussing all these one by one, starting from the first one. Know your audience. When you are addressing an audience, there should be some goals. You must decide to whom you are talking, what they want or need. When you know what they want or need, you are able to address them. If it is friends or family, entertain them. If it is any corporate event, then educate or inform them. In both cases, your purpose will be served efficiently. Focus on the rule. Give the people what they want. Give the people what they want. Give them more. But leave them wanting more. If you follow this strategy, obviously you will nail it. Second is organize your material. Now you know your audience, to whom you are going to address and what is their need. Now you have to organize your material to support your audience, or how you are supporting, or what information you are delivering to your audience. For this purpose, just create a framework. This will help you in organizing your material. Like, collect all the things: topic, general purpose, specific purpose, central idea, and the main point. Spare as much time as you can on planning what you want to say, and make sure you have covered everything that you want to deliver. If you have proper public speaking skills, but you are not able to deliver what you want to do, then there is no use of such kind of public speaking. Focus should be also given on presentation and your content. Both things are equally valuable. Now the thing is, we have done this part, we know our audience, we have organized our material. And once you have organized your material, there is also some strategies like you can follow inward, forward, and outward approach. You can say what it is. It means start from a topic, give some supporting content for your topic, and at the end, conclude the thing well. And if you are speaking on any problem, give solution for the same. Third thing is adding some visual aid. If you are a beginner or you are a established speaker, you can use some visual aid like SlideShare, and if it is required, you can also use some audio clipping to support your content. But make sure you don't use it excessively, like you are just reading your slide and the matter in the slide is like you are using some bold content, very bold content. You have used too much graphics. In this case, focus will be more on the slide rather than on you. Audience will be feeling distracted. They won't feel engaged. So again, you won't be able to deliver your main purpose, your main goal. So make sure when you are using any content like this, it should be on the lesser side. As it is wisely said, when we are practicing on public speaking, we have to follow 3 P's. Any idea? What are the 3 P's of public speaking? Share your views and chat. Any idea about 3 P's of public speaking? If you know, say yes, and if you don't know, say no. Public speaking. Great. Okay. The 3 P's of public speaking is prepare, practice, and perform. We have done preparation part. We know our audience. We have organized our material. And now we have added visual aid that if somewhere it is required. Now comes practice part. Practice, practice, and practice. Practice makes a man perfect. You all know it very well. But it doesn't mean that you have to practice your content once, twice, or thrice only. You have to practice this over and over again. Why? There is need to practice it over and over again, because when you are practicing it again and again, there would be some phrases that you will be able to change them in your own language. This way, you will be having a natural flow of the content, and you will be feeling more connected with the content and the audience. Automatically your gesture, your body language will be changed automatically. So never ever lose a chance to practice. You can decide anytime. You can even practice before sleeping, while taking when you are taking bath, or doing some walking. If whenever you get a chance to practice your matter before performing it. It is up to you. It is your own method how you engage people with you. There is one more point. Don't lose eye contact. Eye contact is very important. This way, people feel that you are involved with them. They feel that they are a part of your speech. So you can say it is a major tip that eye contact shouldn't be lost at any point of your speech. And it also makes you feel more comfortable when you are speaking on any topic. There are different ways to engage people with you, and it is up to you how you explore them and how you implement them in your speech. Like if you are having humorous nature, try to explore your humorous nature in your speech. This way people will be more engaged with you. Sometimes people say that sharing your personal experience make uh, people bored, but this is not the case. People feel more engaged, more relatable to the content when you are sharing your personal experiences with them. Now coming to the main topic, that is the nervousness. There is a major barrier, nervousness. If you feel scared and nervousness is there, it is common. It is a part of public speaking. It is an important tool in public speaking. How to control your voice. Now you can say, yes, my voice is under my control. Then why there is a need to control my voice? I am a boss of my voice. The thing is, when you are controlling your voice, you are working on many things. The first thing is you have to breathe from diaphragm, which is the ability to breathe from your belly. This way, you are able to hold your breath. You are able to take pauses between your speech. You will not suffer from the breathlessness that is generally suffered by the major public speakers while speaking on a stage. Standing position. When you are doing any kind of public speaking, stand straight. It doesn't mean that you should stand like this, you are here, there, not at all. If you are able to stand straight, stand in a proper straight position and address your audience. You will feel a great impact that your audience is having. Then assume the superpower. It means sometimes we are ready with everything. We have arranged everything. We have prepared everything. But it is common. You can feel nervousness. You feel anxiety. You can feel stress. These are part of our nature. So what to do? Again, there is a simple activity. Just assume superpower pose. Now you can say what is superpower pose. Superpower pose means Assume you are a super authority. You are a boss. How you can assume it? Place your fingers, place your hands on your hips. Move your chin and chest out. Inhale and say, I'm a boss. I can do it. I'm not afraid of anything. This way you feel that your all stress is gone. You are feeling more confident. You are relaxed. And you will be able to deliver your speech quite well. Your facial expression. When you are saying something, your expressions should relate to your speech. If you are feeling nervousness, any kind of nervousness, don't allow this nervousness on your face. Don't leave your smile, like you can do certain activities like this. Don't leave your smile. Don't stop talking. These are the things by which you can handle this situation. One more thing is, when you have seen that many people just shift their weight from one leg to another leg like this. Sometimes they are moving to this direction and other time they are moving to this direction when they are doing any kind of speech. People feel not connected with this kind of speech. They feel something sleepy because they are not feeling any engagement with such kind of activities. You have to stand straight, focused, and confident. Your body language should show your confidence level because nobody knows what you have prepared. Only you are responsible for what you have prepared and you know what you are going to say. If you forgot something, leave it. Start from the another point. No one is going to say something to you. Just continue your speaking. Then we are coming to the delivery part, which is very important. When you are delivering, there are certain things that you have to keep in mind. Speak slowly. It doesn't mean you should speak too slowly. If you speak fast, what will happen? People won't understand what you are saying. And if you speak too slowly, even they feel bored. So what to do? In this case, choose average meeting. Neither too fast nor too slow. In this way, you will be able to deliver what you want to do and your audience will get what you want that they should take when they leave the room. Pause between ideas. When we speak continuously, we feel some tiredness, some breathlessness. Even the people feel that it is a non-stop thing. So to make it more expressive, more effective, you should give some pauses in between. You have to learn this technique as no one is going to teach you that now stop here, continue. Stop here, continue. You have to learn, you have to build your own pauses as per the requirement when you are speaking in front of the audience, that you have to take a pause at this place. No matter if you are taking a 30-second pause or 1 minute pause, it all depends upon the topic you have prepared. Avoid fillers. When we are speaking, we are generally saying words like ooh. When you are addressing any audience, make sure you are not using these kind of fillers. Instead of these, you can use pauses or silence. That will make your work easier. And focus should be given on the pronunciation of the words because generally people catch these words. One important tip, while whatever you are preparing, how you have prepared, leave all things, but keep your smile all the time on your face. It will leave a long lasting effect on your audience. This way they be feeling more optimistic, more positive, and more engaged. Now, we have covered all the topics that how you can improve your public speaking skills. But still, there is a one important tip that I would like to share. Even at some point, you forgot what you want to say. Don't feel fumbled. Don't feel nervous. Just try to recall your content and don't stop talking. Talk continuously at this moment with the audience. Because if you have prepared your content well, you will be able to recall and reconnect with the content and deliver your speech very well. This was the tip from my side. So at the last, we will be concluding our topic by this, that what we have learned today. We have learned that to be a good public speaker, you have to be confident, you have to prepare your things well, and you have to practice it more and more. Practice is the central key of public speaking. No speaker is born a great speaker. A great speaker is once a bad speaker. So never leave your practice. Believe in yourself. If you believe that you can do it, nobody is going to stop you. You will achieve what you have thought. Work on your body language. Sometimes words are not so impressive that our body language is more impressive than our words. Work on your body language. Try to express your words more by your expressions, your gestures, so that people feel more connected. Work on your style. It is the main point. Generally, people follow their public speaker and eventually they try to copy their speaking style, their content, their way of standing, their way of presenting, each and everything. Here is my tip. Yes, of course, you have to watch them, you have to listen them, but don't copy them. Don't leave your own style. Your style is very important. People feel more connected with you, with your own style, because they know your own personality. They want to know your own personality. They don't want to engage with the people who is copying to the other people. So build your own style. And the important thing is smile. You can say it is the basic advice. No, it is not the basic advice. It is the wise and important advice. Never leave your smile when you are speaking. So, before we wind up, I would like to have your questions. If you have any question, you may ask. I would like to answer all the questions.
We have enabled the chat box. Please put the questions in the chat box.
Okay. You have started public speaking recently for a change of career. The major thought that I face is use all. You also talked about it. However, as I discussed in the webinar, that it is a, you can say it is a part of our life. When we talk in general language also, we follow this strategy, that this way. But we must try to avoid these when we are addressing an audience, because people don't want to hear these words. To avoid these words, you can replace these words with some silence, some pause, or you can use any alternate word for this. Like instead of this, you can use some joke, you can tell a short story, so that these words are not part of your speech. Hope I answered well. Very well question. How to break ice in the public speaking? Great question. Sometimes you are speaking, and people are not connecting with you. You have tried everything and people are not connected. So what to do? It is a good question. To break this ice, what you have to do is just ask open-ended question. This way, people will speak. Try to represent yourself more. Like you can share your personal experience more. This way, people will be sharing their experience. Try to ask them their experience. This way, they will talk to you. Good.
I think we have covered all the questions, ma'am.
We have covered, but I think I have read one question wrongly. It was, what do you love most about public speaking, and tell us about your experience. When we are addressing people, I love to connect with the people. When I talk people face to face, I feel more connected, more engaging. It is the lovely gesture and it is the lovely experience that I ever had. When we are talking in front of camera, it is quite difficult. It is such a tough job that because you can't get the expression of the audience at once. It is thoroughly different from the public speaking that we usually do. Now I think we have done all the part.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you everyone for attending today's webinar. If you have any other questions, suggestions, or you want to know more about our company and services, do mail us at info@sartechnosoft.com. And we hope that you enjoyed this session. You will receive a follow-up email within 24 to 48 hours with a link to view a recording of today's webinar. The recording will also be available on our YouTube channel. So you can just go there and watch the previous recordings as well. And on the behalf of SAR Technosoft and our presenters, thank you for joining us today and have a great day ahead. Also, do not forget that we have our next webinar on the most asked question, that is how to choose the career, jobs and internships on the 19th of June. Thank you once again.